season was. You mentioned some of the scrimmages. Y'all got to come away with some wins, and obviously losing a few pieces last year. But just sort of how have you seen things start to shape up this offseason?
With our pitching, our staff coming back, we had a couple starters, and we have a couple new kids that are coming up that are going to do pretty good for us. They're looking pretty good right now. Top to bottom in the lineup's looking pretty good. We lost a lot of the power. We don't have as much home run hitters or doubles in the gaps, but we're gonna have a lot more tough at bats for people. We're gonna hit the ball probably more consistent than we did last year, and looking to run a lot more on the bases and be kind of that team where you're kind of nagging the other teams where they end up making mistakes and stuff like that, and just playing fast, stuff like that. Last year we kind of relied a lot on talent and power and stuff to get us out of some holes, and this year it's going to be a little different just because the people that we lost. But I think it's going to be going good. And during the off season right now, we've won both our scrimmages against Denham and Runnels, and we've beat them by pretty good margins. And we're having a lot of hits, not making very many errors. Pitching's looking good.
Okay.
And there's a few kids that are kind of new that are in the lineup, and they're producing pretty well right now. Like Dwayne Verisco, he's probably going to be seeing some PT at second. We have people like Andy Mayer, Tyler Petrie, Evan Becknell, Nathan Scott, some others that are going to be probably popping up in there, and they're looking to kind of solidify a spot in the lineup or playing time, and I think they're going to end up doing pretty good. We have 3 returning starters. I think they'll end up doing pretty good, and the pitching staff should be pretty solid. So I think all in all, we should be dealing with a pretty good year this year.
And I know last year a lot of those home runs kind of sparked a lot of the momentum and got the crowd into it and everything. How's that going to be a little different? Is it going to be a different mentality on y'all's end to kind of maybe be that scrappy team that sort of pieces together runs as opposed to getting those long bombs like you did?
Yeah, we're gonna kind of rely more on the running, the hit and runs, doubles in the gap, stretching them out, stretching singles out too, being kind of like that really aggressive team, but yet at the same time controlled. And whatever that may be, bunting, a lot. It just depends on kind of what day we're feeling, because we can do it all this year. That's one thing that's different. Kind of like last year, our main thing was pretty much power. We had a couple kids that got on base consistently, but this year we have almost everybody can bunt, everybody can hit pretty good, and everybody can run. We have a pretty good speed this year.
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to be looking to do.
And what about you personally? Some of the things you may have been trying to clean up from last year, and just sort of, I guess, your last season here at St. Michael. What sort of the things that you've been working on heading before you could get to LSU?
Fielding. Last year I had kind of a rough year. I guess more like a in between year from my sophomore year. I had a pretty good defensive season. Last year I kind of had a letdown a little bit. I've been focusing more on defensive drills, and it's shown. I haven't made any errors. And the mental side, it's more of a mental game than physical in a way. And you always got to be mentally strong enough to be able to play the game, and it takes a wear on you. So you got to make sure you're mentally ready for the season and physically ready. I've been working out more and just trying to bond with the new team, because it's a lot of new players and different players than we had last year. So that's kind of what we've been working on.
Does your role change at all in terms of being that senior leader when you have, like you said, only 3 starters back and lost however many from last year, and to get these new guys up to speed? Does your role change at all? Do you try to take on that leadership role a little bit more this year?
Yes and no in a way. We do have, I want to say, 8 seniors.
Okay.
And me personally, I don't feel like all the leadership should be embedded into 1 or 2 players, because we do have 2 team captains this year, me and Garrett Hamilton. But I like to view it more as a senior type thing with the leadership, because you can't. It's hard on 1 or 2 people to kind of control all that and kind of mentor some of the younger kids, and so it kind of makes it easier and kind of better if not only those two, but the rest of the senior squad kind of just huddles around and kind of mentors them in the right way. So maybe when we're not here, they know how to work everything and probably hopefully hand it down onto the younger kids.
Mm-hmm. And obviously going to LSU next year, I guess talk a little bit about that and your relationship with the coaching staff and maybe how often you're over there and what they tell you about where you might fit in your first year on campus.
Well, I usually keep in contact with them pretty often. I'm usually over there. Well, now during baseball season, I'll probably be over there a lot, just because going to the games and stuff. During the off season, usually I'm usually busy with like baseball out of town and stuff during the summer, so I don't really get that much. And then with football, I kind of have busy. So, but usually one or two, 3 times during the summer or something like that maybe. What they're kind of projecting me right now is utility player. I could play third, second, short maybe, and then possibly catching because I do have a catching background from probably 5-6 years ago.
Okay.
I call a little bit, but I had a coach tell me during the summer that I could go pretty far if I learn how to catch correctly. And so they're going to see if I can try that out because they are losing, I think, 2 out of the 3 or 4 catchers they have. So they were going to try to test me out there. This is a position I like.
So is it one of those things where you kind of you'll adjust to whatever they want? Is it sort of just want to get on the field as early as you can?
I mean, playing time, that's always a good thing. That's kind of the key thing, I just want to go in. I've always been a utility player, and whatever the coaches want me to do, I'll do. I love baseball. I love playing any position really, and even new positions are kind of like it's kind of more fun, I guess you would say, because something new is something you have that kind of that extra motivation in a way to hit it hard and learn the position and all the new things. So it kind of makes it more interesting for you, but wherever they want me to play, I'll be happy for doing it.